WFYM
Report this post, episode 276. Furries.
God damn it.
It's so crazy hearing your guys' voices for the first time.
I know, we followed each other now for so long on Twitter. We're card-carrying weird Twitter members now for over 8 years.
God damn it, fuck you.
That's true. We were on the map.
Weird Twitter is how I became socialist, actually.
That's cool. Thank you.
It radicalized me. When I saw Deg and Natalie Mooney.
Man, he really put some tune-ups into her, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Like an old car you keep in the garage and you just
You fixed her up.
fixed her
He
right
cashed
up.
in retweets.
If you don't like pieces of it, you can just swap it out.
Yeah, we should call this the tea.
Fucking weird looking. No, it's the kitchen where we also make tea. Sorry, the kitchen.
It's a kitchen.
The best thing to name your podcast is a meme, like something that's contemporaneous but immediately becomes too old to use. Like delete your
True.
account.
Yeah.
Okay, what
That's a
about,
good one.
Oh, we could just do like Suscast.
I'm thinking
ooh.
leftist sharks.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's already Champagne Shark, so it's basically the same thing. How about Last House on the Leftist?
Yeah, we kind of like that movie.
Me, my brother, and communism.
I liked Alex's My Uncle, and Me.
How about this one along those lines, Aaron? My brother, and Mao. Pretty tight.
No, seriously, this is WFYM, 89.9 IQ radio. We should probably introduce ourselves, right?
Yeah, some people here probably don't know what Twitch is. We have millions of listeners probably for our first episode.
Well, I'm Aaron. What's up?
I'm Michael, also known as MHUD or Eminem Obama.
I'm Alex.
I'm Tom. Oh, well, I guess we're speaking at the same time.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't even know which one's which now. That's Tom Alex over here.
Tom Alex. We're going to speak at the same time for the rest of every episode.
They're going to finish each other's... No one says anything.
I'm Stavros.
Stop wishes he sounded that regal, Alex. I'm Stavros.
Oh, he's very regal.
In a different way. In his own
Stav
version.
looks like...
Like a royal prince.
I say this about certain people, but when the end of Beauty and the Beast, when the furniture comes back to life, he looks like he would have been like a teapot or a cup or something and been really happy to be back to human. I always loved that. The guy that's just like an ottoman. Oh, that was the dog, actually. That's also funny because old people just use their dogs as ottomans anyway.
Back then you could. Back then the dogs were built for putting your feet on them, so it's fine.
Describing shit like that back during Beauty and the Beast days?
Yeah. Back in the past.
My history's kind of weak, but back in like Game of Thrones times, they had this thing where it was called an Iron Maiden. And basically...
Up the irons. Dude, speaking of pets, I was watching this show, it's like called Fatal Attraction, which is about people who have deadly pets that kill them. And usually it's like an hour-long expose about this guy that like had a hyena in his apartment in South Florida. But I was watching this one, it was about a guy from Sweden who got obsessed with snakes. And he moved down to Australia to work getting venom from deadly snakes. And then he was at home one day and his 12-foot python got out and fucking constricted him to death. And that whole vignette was over in like 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
So I guess there's a bunch of different people that just got killed by their snakes. It was very cut and dry. Usually they escape a couple of times and they go back to the pet, but not this time. He just got fucking squeezed to death.
I wonder if he woke up and it was already constricting him. That's how those usually go, which is really cool.
Yeah, they said there's all this bruising on his face, and it was from the fucking python trying to swallow him after.
Oh my God.
There was an irony that he like moved to work with poisonous snakes and then got killed by like one that wasn't actually
He
poisonous.
gets killed by a constrictor that isn't like grandma teeth.
Well, and dude, in the next vignette, I didn't watch the whole thing because we like had to start recording, but it was this guy from America saying, "Yep, Burmese python versus my pit bull. Poor girl didn't stand a chance." And I think the python ate the pit bull from the way he was talking.
Yeah,
but...
hard to tell actually. Man, my toddler versus that snapping turtle, that thing didn't stand a chance.
I actually used to have a pet chimp and also a venomous frog. And I made the mistake of keeping them in the same cage.
Oh no, what happened?
What? Yeah, what happened?
Well, we all know the parable of the chimp and the frog.
Yeah, it holds the frog really tight in its paw, and every time one of the fingers close on it or it squeezes the frog, then when the paw closes all the way, it squeezes the frog and
It gets tight as fuck.
Yeah, and then the venom gets out. The venom gets out and kills. Yeah. Well, you get a wish, but also the chimp dies from the venom.
The chimp dies happy though.
I'm sorry, poisonous frog. It
But
wouldn't
he
be
was
venomous
happy.
unless the frog
well,
is
that's the
biting
thing.
the
Maybe
chimp.
the guy with the boa constrictor, it was like, you know, autoerotic asphyxiation or whatever. You know, he's choking, he's getting choked, and he's like, well, hey, let's try it out.
That's how the guy from In Excess died.
Yeah, exactly.
He was
And
a snake.
what's his name?
It's because he was jacking off and choking himself in too much of excess, actually.
Bill from Kill Bill. That's how he died as well.
Yep.
So they say.
Did you guys ever hear that
Robert Carradine.
that old mind puzzle where so there's this guy coming back from the market and he has a chimp, a frog, and a bag of bananas.
Oh.
And there's a river, and the boat will only fit one thing in the boat, right? And if he leaves the monkey with the frog, the monkey will fuck the frog.
The chimp's gonna
If he
get his
leaves
nuts
the monkey
off.
with the bananas. The monkey
He's
will
gonna
eat
wear
the
that thing out.
bananas.
So what he has to do is, this is a much easier one, the fox and the beans. You just take the frog over first. Leave, of course, the monkey the banana. They don't like those. And that one's a lot easier.
I would simply just bring them all together on the boat.
Why didn't they do that in the first one? What kind of small boat does this man have?
Yeah, I would go get a bigger boat.
Oh, I hate all of
That's
those.
my answer to the riddle.
I hate those riddles when I was younger. Just like the people laying on the trolley track. Like, get up. You're stupid. The people laying down on the trolley track should seriously like get up and get a job with insurance and stuff if they're so sick of it.
Well, my thing is, like, that's not my problem. I don't care what this farmer does with his monkey, his banana, and his frog. It's not my issue. I don't care how he gets across. Why do I need to solve that?
True.
One of my hot takes is that if you get hit by a train, you're kind of asking for it.
Also true. Do you know what's up?
Yeah.
There has to be like a split second.
Yeah, I don't buy it when people are like, oh, he had headphones on. I'm like, oh, so he's just floating as well? He couldn't feel the fucking ground rumbling under him?
Yeah.
There's
Makes
such a
no
short
sense.
window of like maybe 1 or 2 seconds when you can get crushed by the train.
I've talked about it before. Andrew and I and our older brother used to fish off of a railroad trestle over by Davisburg, Michigan. And when a train came, we'd have to run. We'd have to grab our shit and sprint and then slide down the side of the hill. Or else it was going to clip us. And
Man,
you definitely hear that shit when it's close to you. You feel it.
It's not coming out of nowhere.
No.
They do it for attention.
they don't
They
even get
hit by
it.
trains for attention.
It's too much of the norm. People in Chicago see that someone stepped onto the rails, they just roll their eyes.
Well, you're allowed to step onto the tracks in Chicago, actually. You're
I know
allowed to go on the
legally.
tracks whenever you want.
Yeah,
I am, at least. And
that's
I do.
cool. That's a typical Chicago trip to me.
Yeah, go
Playing
there,
around on the
get
rails.
some deep dish, get a Portillo's
Go to the
hot dog,
bean,
and
touch
then
the bean, breathe
touch
on
the
it.
bean,
Go.
and then hang out on the tracks.
You
Walk
gotta go-
around.
You gotta go on the bean and fog it, and then
Walk around in my half Cubs, half White Sox jersey.
You got to
Dope.
clean the bean, as they say.
you have to drink on the famous drinking street Lower Wacker.
Fuck the bean, man. It's anti-homeless architecture.
Going to
It
Chicago
really does
and
look like shit.
confusing Malort. I'll have a shot of Merlot. I'm here in Chicago, baby. Drinking like 12 shots of Merlot, and the bartender's like, oh, this guy drinks wine out of a shot glass. I don't know.
I'll go. Can I get a glass of Malort, please?
Merlot. Oh.
It's cheaper if you buy it by the shot.
Guy that has 12 shots of Merlot, he's like, this shit was nothing. I don't know what you pussies are talking about. I feel like I had a glass of wine.
I just have acidic burps, that's all.
I have a little bit of a headache. Also, to our listeners, Chet was supposed to be here today, but there was a huge snowstorm on the East Coast.
And he couldn't get out of bed.
And he couldn't get out of bed.
Well, it was unfortunately he was taken hostage and forced to drink 12 IPAs last night.
True.
Our prayers are out for him.
And just as he was about to get to sleep, you know, Chet, huge fan of Tonga, got a Google alert that there was a tsunami warning caused by an underwater volcanic eruption near Tonga, which now is apparently sending smaller waves and causing minor flooding all the way to Santa Cruz, California.
Yeah, there's a tsunami advisory.
Dude,
It broke that island in half.
Yeah, I just saw that picture, Alex. It's fucking crazy.
So nuts.
I don't envy people in the Pacific. It seems really lonely.
It's a scary place to be.
It's so far away from everything. It's so easy to like run out of lumber or food.
Right.
Just everything. But it's beautiful, and I would love to build my castle there.
God. Dude, that castle looks sick. I don't care.
It is. That's the whole thing.
It's fucking cool. I want to live in the Hobbit room. Go ahead.
I said it yesterday to Drew and Nate, but it's like, I understand believing that nobody should be wealthy enough to actually build a castle.
Yeah.
But it's a sick place. Castles are fucking sick. Of course you would want to live in a castle.
If you can build something that at least looks that cool for an American quote-unquote castle, first of all, here's the first thing cool about it compared to other shitty American-looking castles like that rich people build is they almost all look like out-of-place dog shit in any aerial shot. You have to frame it in such a way, like from different angles, in like on the property for it to look cool. Otherwise, it looks insane. This one actually looks cool, and it's surrounded by enough old like forest and shit that it looks natural enough. And people are just jealous.
Yeah, well,
I would rather look at that than one of those giant McMansions, the fucking 11,000 square foot piece of shit that's everywhere else around here.
Yeah, it's the closest thing we have to noblesse oblige. Building some stupid shit that people can make like up rocks listicles about.
True.
Also, the idea of getting DoorDash sent there is super funny as well.
Yeah,
like damn, I could use some Popeyes.
I know. I said to Tom earlier, it's like, oh my god.
I said that fucking yesterday too. It's just insane that like you see someone build this opulent place and they're like, oh, I bet they're just door dashing all the time. Is that really like your idea of a wealthy person? Is just someone who door dashes every day?
Andrew and I talk about that too.
Not that far to walk.
It's people that can't fathom, and it makes sense, I guess. People that can't fathom how much their own life would change if they had a fuckload more money. Like, it's people that are like, man, if I won that lottery, $350 million after taxes, like 140 take home, I'd get the nicest damn apartment you've ever seen. It's like, why? Why would you still want to be in an apartment?
I gotta be in the city. I gotta be in New York. I gotta be in Chicago, right downtown.
The heart of the world.
The heart of it all.
I'm the star. Man, no, I'd be out of there.
Another thing too is like if you were a DoorDash driver and you got to deliver to a castle, that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah,
right.
You tell everybody about it. You'll never guess where I got to go.
Yeah, you walk over a moat. That's fucking insanely cool. Sorry, it is. Like, and also, just it's so weird to me to just be so angry at that.
My friend's an Uber Eats driver, and he said people that live in houses like that order Uber Eats and DoorDash typically tip pretty well too. He said in his area he expects a pretty nice tip from those places, so of course he'd want to go there. That was how the funniest thing they framed it was like, imagine walking to this door from your car if you were a DoorDash driver, and I was like, damn, that'd almost be like walking up 3 flights of stairs in an apartment building and
I know,
buzzing in
Yeah,
and knocking on the
nothing.
door, then walking all the way back. That's crazy. That's what my friend
I
said
do
too.
DoorDash
Like,
sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like not a big deal at all.
it doesn't seem to be. You're like bringing one person's food to their door. It's not like you're carrying a fucking couch or something.
Yeah,
It's incredibly easy.
It's one
it's
thing
just
if
doing
it's-
fetch quests.
It's like grocery delivery. I understand could be difficult having to if someone was a dickhead and ordered 6 cases of seltzer and a whole bunch of like 8 watermelons. Or like, hey, I live on the 3rd floor. Can you bring it
That
up?
shit you gotta turn down if it says like Walmart $40.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like, but a DoorDash order is like, okay, here's a paper bag full of Chinese food. I don't think that's that hard to walk over to somebody. And if you can't walk over, then it's like, well, that's probably not the job you should be doing. Or you should just tell them, I can't.
Doing like the tightrope walk, but across like this perfectly wide bridge across the moat. You're like, whoa! Holding their Chinese in each hand as balance.
Balancing, they could be a stick.
So stupid.
You hear that the so-called dirtbag left saying that delivering stuff is easy.
That's right.
It is.
It is pretty easy. You just follow where the line.
It's so funny.
shows on
Aaron
your
trying to be
phone.
like the blue check doing the gotcha from like the the Daily Wire.
Aaron's going
well.
post left.
Left is saying that delivering is easy. All these people are like, yeah, I actually do it. It's quite easy. It's pretty simple.
I'd be paranoid about like going to the wrong house, putting it on the wrong step, getting a negative review.
Something that I didn't even think of something I never even considered till we did the Patreon yesterday, and there was that awful video about DoorDash, the parody video, and there was that guy talking about, it's something I hadn't considered, but it'd be a very annoying thing if it happened to you as a driver. Somebody ordering something while they're on vacation, but not changing their current address, so they order and it goes to their house back home. So you pick up McDonald's and go to their house, and they're in like another state. Then they get mad at you.
I had that happen where I had it set to my friend's address because I ordered there, and then like ordered 2 months later, and realized like, oh shit, I actually sent it to his address. So I called the guy, but luckily my friend lives like a mile away, so he's like, okay, I have to go drive by, so it actually like clears in the system, but then I'll just drop it off to you. And I was like, thank you so much, and I just tipped him extra because I was like, fuck, I forgot to check I think I was just hungover and I didn't check the actual address.
Hey, it happens.
I'd like uninstalled DoorDash, and then when I was in Buffalo, like wanted to order food late at night because there's nothing like by us that we could walk to. Mm-hmm. And the fucking I opened it up, and it was like for my house at home. And I thought, wow, all the restaurants here are like very similar to back in Calgary.
They have a lot of Canadian food.
Oh, A&W? Oh, that's cool.
Poor Aaron that night
chalet?
too, dude. Aaron was so hungry, and we went back to our hotels and shit. And Aaron ordered pizza the first night. And that shit took like an hour and 45 minutes to get there in the middle of the night.
Oh my god, I was so tired. I could have just fallen asleep. It would have been fine. What was even worse than that, so the first night we like hung out with the Chapos, came back, and they had ordered like some pizza and wings, and like you have a slice or two, and I don't want to be like greedy eating everyone's food. And so your girlfriend and I go back to the hotel, and we're like, let's order some more pizza and wings. That was really good. So we do, and it's fine. And then the next day, Michael and Koa are like, let's go out for lunch. We're going to Gabriel's Gate for some wings. I was like, fuck yeah.
More wings.
Like Gabriel's Gate's like the best wings in Buffalo in my experience. More wings. And then later that night, we were like done at the show. We hadn't eaten anything. Get back to the hotel. We're super fucking hungry at like 2 a.m. We almost walked to that place where everyone fights called like
Jim Stakeout?
Jim Stakeout. Yeah, that's right. And the one by like where the Chapos were staying was
Jim's
closed.
Shootout.
And but there was one on Allen, and we almost walked up to there, but glad we didn't because there was a shooting there that night.
Yeah.
I almost got a ticket on Allen when I was parked there when we went to that place. And the guy was like about to write me a ticket when I came back. But apparently that's what they're concerned about, is people being parked there at night.
Yep.
Instead of the shootouts that happen every day and kill people. Let's see, Jim's Stakeout.
All I'd eaten for like, I guess 36 hours at this point was pizza and wings. And I wanted anything but pizza and wings, but nothing else was fucking open. So I was like, well, I'll order a barbecue chicken pizza because at least that's like a different flavor, and maybe it'll have like some bell peppers on it. And the guy on the phone misheard me and gave me a buffalo chicken pizza. So it's just the two fucking things combined.
This looks so bad.
So the next day was like steamed broccoli and oatmeal at this Greek restaurant
Yeah,
that I
that's
went
right.
to with Mike.
You're just like, I need vitamins.
I
May I
just
have
need
some
more wings
fruit?
and pizza.
You guys were there like December 11, right?
Yeah, just over a
Around
month
that
ago.
time?
Yep.
Yeah, I found an article. A man walked into Jim's Stakeout looking for help after a shooting.
Oh
He
yeah.
was taken to ECMC as in a non-life-threatening condition. Damn.
Just walked in with a hole in him.
Koa said
Man
that to
shot
me.
Jim's Stakeout manager in back. God damn.
Buffalo's
man,
awesome.
I can't believe I managed to survive going in that place.
I know.
Right?
You almost
They didn't give me silverware for my tuna salad, so I had to use the little like the stirring straw that they give you in the hotel to like spear it.
Oh no. That's so funny.
I didn't get food poisoning, that's high marks for a tuna salad at 3 a.m.
The worst I've ever seen someone do with that, Alex, was my friend broke a gift card with like $5 more on it in half to make little like chopsticks, like one-handed, like his one-hand chopsticks for his salad. It was pretty good though. It worked.
Man.
I didn't have cutlery once when I was staying at a hotel, and I bought like a microwave like macaroni thing, and so I used like the paper thing that goes on top of the little cup that they give you for water as like a scoop.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's
Awful.
effective.
We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all had to MacGyver our ways.
We all have fantasized about it. One time I was I didn't have a fork and I had to eat in a break room. Like it was small ass, just a microwave there, and it was like a hot teriyaki noodle thing with no silverware, so I tried to like sip it. Little broth slip, suck a noodle.
Yeah, I've done that with a cup noodle.
It's all good.
At work and put it in
You
the
know what I
microwave
did to
and
make
then-
it look not as weird? I walked around and it was nighttime because I worked overnight, so I just walked around outside
Yeah.
and sipped my soup. Just looked like coffee from far away. Oh, it's not noodles. Yell somebody across the parking lot. It's not noodles in here.
Marshmallows. It's a hot chocolate.
If you saw me eating, it's because I had some marshmallows at the top. So stupid.
Yeah, I've had to do that. Like working at Target and they had cup noodles, so I was like, oh, I'll get that for lunch, and then go put it in the break room, and then realize there's no silverware in the break room, and then instead of just being like, oh, let me go buy a bunch of plastic cutlery, or even tell anyone, I was like, oh, I'll just sip it.
Yep.
It's fine.
It's not actually that convenient, especially if you consider that you're not supposed to put the water in the cup.
Yeah.
You're supposed to boil it separately. There's like 4 different things you have to get.
True. But let's face it, everyone does it the quick way.
Someone should tell them that.
You know what Canadians do? They start their water in a kettle and finish the boil later in a pot. That's what I heard. No one here to defend it. I think it's pretty stupid. You just do it all in the
I never
pot.
do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to as a fucking kid.
No, I
But
just-
now that I'm older, I think that's
You were allowed to use the stove?
I make fun of Ryland for that all the time.
Well, like, I get that if you have very limited space, but then people, like, because like that's an English thing to do as well.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
that's where I picked it up.
But it's like they don't have the room, and so, but we fucking do. We
That's-
have the room in our huge ass houses and kitchens, so like it's fine.
Oh,
You don't
Tom,
need
you
to-
should go tweet right now and just say, hold up, English people all have a kettle to heat water up instead of just putting it in a pot on the stove? Easy fucking just getting people to yell at you.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I was about to say I don't need that, but I kind of do. I kind of want people to yell at me.
and then link the podcast underneath when it's ready.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Make
that'll
fun
be
of the Welsh
that'll be
language.
400 tweets under it.
Yep.
Dude, the only time I got ratioed was when I made fun of the way that Irish people say their spell their names.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I worked with an Owen that spelled it E. Not worked. I played rugby. with it, but it was
E-O-G-H-A-N?
E-O-G-H. Yeah. And
What's up, Eoghan?
good boy.
People get
Fuck
mad.
that. I have the pass. I
Yeah,
have
I should
ancestors
too.
who came during the potato famine, and I'm glad they made us speak English.
Bro, Irish is
a
not
better language.
It's not an easy language.
No,
That
it makes no sense.
that fucking dude on the Celts named Kevin that spelled fucking Coehemin or something. Kevin, yeah, okay, Coleman, Kuhlman. Just pronounce Queven actually. Queven.
When I went there a few years ago to visit a friend, and he put on the Gaelic radio station, absolutely no idea, not even a clue what they could be saying.
Dude, man, it's
Even as soon as you get 3 beers in them, anyways, when they
It's
speak
true.
English, you don't understand them.
But like even the because Tom would know this, but and I guess Aaron too. He's been there, but they have Irish. Irish in proper Ireland is all bilingual signage, especially in the south.
Yeah.
And they'll have it on the roads too. But that is not a language that you can just fucking read if you're just an English speaker and like have it sound good. It's
No.
not. So many of those letters do not make the sound you think it makes, and it's really wild.
That's what,
I
like,
want to
yeah.
go to Ireland.
It was
Ireland's
beautiful.
it
I loved
looks
it.
so fucking nice.
The
I
people
want to
were
go to
so
Cork
nice.
and
We went to-
Waterford.
Cork's where my family's from there.
We went up north, and then we did half a week in Dublin. It was very fun.
I would also love to
Lovely
go to
little country.
Did you go to Northern Ireland, Tom?
Yeah, because our
Belfast
friend
and
lives
shit?
not Belfast. We did the rocks. I'm drawing a blank on the,
Oh, okay.
the Giants like steps, and then we did that, and then we because they live in a small town called Newry, so we stayed there.
Nice. Yeah, I would rather go to like Londonderry than Belfast myself. But this is
Dublin was
just
very cool.
This is completely off of Google Maps. My doorbell. I'll be right back.
And we're back. See, if we had a sponsor, we could drop it right there. It'd be easy.
Oh, hopefully
It
soon.
was easy edit. Yeah.
Go to
Any sponsors listening?
poopchew.com.
Poop
Use
chew.
promo code FYM.
Chocolate laxatives.
It's gummies. That would be a good idea,
it's
actually.
just those
Yeah.
sugar-free gummies with that chemical in it makes it diarrhea. Yo, go to Poochu.
You got to eat 3 bags of these.
Pretty good.
They take those Haribo sugar-free gummy bears and just mush them up.
We do our own Cushy Dreams, but we're sending actual THC weed across the country just illegally. Damn, we got a lot of sponsors. Dude, we got more customers than listeners. This is crazy.
That would be such a pleasant surprise if you ordered Cushy Dreams and it came and it was actual weed.
Oh my god.
It's like ordering a 4-piece chicken nugget and it has 5.
It's like ordering a 4-piece chicken nuggets rotisserie.
It's like you go get a lottery ticket and they give you 2 lottery tickets and they're stuck together.
And they both win. It's so stupid.
Both have $1 million.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's lucky.
Hey, can you give me one of the ones where 2 of them are stuck together, but only charge me for 1?
That would suck ass if you bought like 2 $20 scratchers and they pull them off sequentially, of course, and they both were like $175,000 winners. They'd be like, "Nah, that's fake. There's no way you won twice. Give those back." You'd be like, "Oh man, this sucks."
You'd have to do it. You'd have to space it out, I think.
Yeah, one day.
Go an hour later.
Oh man.
That's coming back in with a mustache. Shave your beard. Come back in.
I had a patient in psych once that was retired with pension from the Michigan Lottery that told me a bunch of cool shit about it that I forgot a lot of now, but the processes in lotto offices is fucking crazy. Like, the stuff they do to verify stuff, the things they do to, like, keep people anonymous. Like, they'll literally, like, have people get picked up in a white van by their people. Like, looks like a kidnapping. Like, crazy stuff to, like, keep people's identities safe when they win, like, big prizes. Pretty cool. A lot of behind-the-scenes weird stuff with big winners.
You know what the move would be? You spy on everybody, you find out who wins the lottery, and then you come with your own white van to their house before the other people can.
Right.
You pick them up, you kill them, you take the winning lottery ticket, and then...
invest.
Well, they're probably going to find the body. You throw the body in the river, and that buys you about a week and a half. But eventually it's going to wash up, and then you can say he fell in.
Fell off.
You throw him into the moat around your castle, and when the authorities find him, you say he was delivering DoorDash for me.
He must have slipped into my moat while he was delivering my Mr. Beast burger.
That's so sad. I was so hungry.
I had a Carl style coming, and I was really looking forward to it, because Carl Jacobs is basically... Carl Jacobs is my favorite creator from the Mr. Beast universe. I think... you could go talk about the couch about Carl Jacobs. You'd be like, okay.
I guess nobody's going to sympathize with me because I didn't get my burger.
And that happens to Felix when he starts ranting to somebody about Chicago rap that doesn't know about it. And they're looking like twiddling their fingers. I love it.
So I wanted to introduce a new segment to our podcast called, and maybe we can like make this go fucking deep and
you could just call it a segment.
Yeah, I was gonna say the new podcast. No, it's the new segment on our new podcast called The Tweet of the Week. We're gonna read some of the best tweets from the last week. Okay?
I would love to hear this.
So this first one comes from Michael Sucks or @home_halfway.
Okay.
Oh, is that the same guy as Michael Flynn?
No, Michael Flynn was
the
Trump.
Poet Michael Flynn.
Trump guy.
Different guy. Snoopy wipes the sweat from his brow under the noon sun as he takes a break from digging the grave. I never thought I'd outlive you, Charlie, he says, sighing heavily as he buries his oldest friend as well as the fingerprints on his gun.
Wow. I love to bury the fingerprints on my gun.
Bury the fingerprints on my gun.
Honey, I've done a bad deed. I need to bury my oldest friend plus the fingerprints on my gun. Your wife would be like, huh?
Well, I'll give that a rating. I'll give that an 8.5 out of 10. Not quite there, not quite perfect, but pretty good.
Like
I gave it a 10 out of 10,
stars.
but I will be critical. I think a nice thing about this tweet is you can look at, because of how sloppy it gets towards the end, you can tell that he typed half of it out and then just stared at it for like 45 minutes and then finished it without rereading it even one more time. Because he had it half typed out and he's like, plus the fingerprints on his gun. And he's like, perfect, wrap it. It's so stupid.
And send.
That universe is really interesting. So they're in the desert. They're in the Wild West.
Where Peanuts took place.
Yeah.
I think it's probably in the past. They go into the past like Back to the Future 3 style. And also, Snoopy is like... I wonder how old they are. I assume they're not children if they're murdering each other.
Well, unfortunately,
let's just assume they're as old as like when Peanuts started. So they're in their 60s or 70s now.
Okay.
Which for Snoopy could be like 10 years old as a dog.
Is this like an Unforgiven scenario?
That's what I think Alex is going for. Like, it has to be a Wild West
Charlie's
type ending.
Morgan Freeman and Snoopy's Clint Eastwood.
And he had to put him down.
Home Halfway is great at finding a dark twist
Yeah.
and common cartoon characters.
Which no one's been doing on the internet for the past 20 years at all, which is it's refreshing.
And actually, speaking of Home Halfway, he's also number 2 in the tweets of the week. So
Okay.
this
wow,
one,
congrats.
also from Home Halfway. I haven't seriously chased comedy because comedy just fuck. Let me try that again. I haven't
It's a little too
seriously
deep.
chased comedy because comedy needs to be rid of anyone with poor character. It's riddled with them. I've felt I'm among them. Comedy is the best art form on earth, and it deserves better.
That's deep.
I agree with that. The comedy is the best art form on earth. It's such like a little kid thing. Football, the greatest sport on all earth in the entire universe, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Comedy sucks.
Comedy. Listen,
Isn't
I
there a
love to
reply to
laugh.
that? Go ahead, Tom.
Oh no, go ahead.
Isn't there a reply to that tweet that some lady that's being like, I'm not sure if it's the greatest, and he's like, yes, it is, Irene.
Yeah, exactly. It's sure
So
comedy's
funny,
great, but
dude.
it's so funny to say it's the greatest art form on earth.
Greatest
Come
show
on,
on
man.
Dude, it's
Like,
literally
we
like
haven't
this is
had
like, oh, that's like
music
saying this is like the
and
Jack's
arts
barbecue sauce situation.
Yeah.
The greatest sauce ever. No, man.
No, yeah, like Michael said,
It's
like
weird
asking,
to love comedy that
The
much.
best
It is
damn hot sauce comedy show, period.
It's asking like a little kid what their favorite movie is, and it's just whatever movie they saw last.
Me.
It
The Neverending
it's
Story.
nothing.
Me.
What a dumb
Deadpool.
fucking sentence.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Oh.
It's
No,
so
wait, what's-
silly.
I'm trying to think of some epic things to say when someone asks what your favorite movie is, no matter what. Oh, Salo's a good one. A Serbian film. That's my favorite movie. Like, so cool to say that, man.
But also,
Backdoor Sluts 9.
he's basically admitting that he does a lot of shitty things
Backdoor
that would
Sluts
keep him
9.
from being like famous in the comedy scene.
I love that too.
Like he's like, yeah, I'm a real bad guy, so I don't deserve to be in comedy. Don't check my DMs.
It's weird to be that devoted to comedy, but also he's like definitely anti-Louis and anti-like
Now he is.
Chappelle and all those guys. Usually when people are like, I love comedy, just the art of a guy on stage with a mic, like
They love guys
usually
like Louis.
that person is a little more retrograde. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all of his favorite comedians are all about 25 years old. And,
Yeah, if that. They're like
And,
so fucking Northwestern class of 2024. Doing
and he's
comedy
been
as a
reaching
side.
out and seeing if they want to come on to a couple of his shows and maybe talk about when he's feeling down, when his wife's not around. Who knows?
Or when she
Who
is
knows?
around.
When she's asleep, taking
She's
care of the
being
kid. Who
annoying.
knows? Whatever.
Oh, man.
Here's another one. A group of trombones put together is called a trum skeleton. This website is dumb.
That's honestly, and that's another favorite thing I see people do is when they make like a bad pun and they go, I hate myself. This
Yep.
website's dumb. Shut up.
If you have to bail on your own joke, it's a bad joke.
Oh
Just read it.
boy, do I hate my crap. Here's a
Oh.
compiled list of all my greatest crap that stinks. Don't even look at it because your eyes might have to wear a diaper. Don't even click it, actually. I deleted it.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Sorry.
Fuck you. Deactivating.
This one's even worse though, because he's blaming the website. It's like when someone says like, 99% of the time rape is wrong, but thread 1 out of 300.
Yeah.
And then like someone yells at them and they're like, well, 140 characters just isn't enough to have a good discussion.
Alex, we cannot.
That's not what the problem
We cannot
is.
do our first episode about Noah Berletsky. We got to talk about something else.
We should have him on. He needs to unblock me.
He needs to unblock me too.
This is a great way to segue into. Oh, we should have this guy on. He should have blocked me on all platforms. Piece of shit.
Yeah, I should pretend to be a kid. I'm going to change my display name to 13-year-old girl.
Whoa, in action.
13F Cali.
You gotta put like a multicolor spin wheel hat on your monkey holding a lollipop.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, you're very mature for your age.
Him following someone because they have a weird Twitter name called like Actual Baby. Hello. You're very advanced.
You're very mature for your age. This is.
I know you type in all
impressive. This is
lowercase
nice meeting
because
you.
you're a baby, but it's still pretty good that you're spelling and everything.
I know you can't reach the uppercase.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
God damn it.
Shout out. Follow Noah Berlatsky, No Opinion on Twitter.
Shout out, future guest.
Another guy who has me blocked and needs to unblock me.
That was like last night when somebody was like, yo, Rob Rousseau's live in the Chapel Watchers also watch section. What's up with that? And we were just, Aaron and I were just like dead silent for like 20 seconds, and I go, that's the boy! That's our dog!
I wish he'd unblock me. I've never done anything to him.
You simply
I think he
subtweeted him.
unfollowed me but didn't unblock me.
That's
I think it's
sad.
probably just because I faved a Drew tweet or something.
The Chad Stone shit poster.
He kind of big dicked you then, Aaron, because Alex is too powerful for him to block, because he's like, damn, I can't shut that door. But he's like, fuck
Yeah,
this
he thinks
other...
I have clout for some
He
reason.
saw Aaron was like, fuck this other Canadian guy that's taller and younger than me. He's lift stuff up, man.
I do like, that's the benefit of having a bunch of followers is when you follow someone who's a freak and they immediately follow you back because like they think you're gonna like
Boost them.
can help. Yeah, exactly. So like that Lucifer Morningstar guy I follow, that Deadpool account,
Oh my
all these
God.
guys, they'll follow me back immediately and don't care that I'm retweeting them, and like I'll have 10 replies from awful accounts just replying to them when I retweet them because they're just like, well, that's a retweet. That counts. That's numbers, baby. That's all right. So there's a benefit.
There's an account called Chad Shit Poster, and it just quote tweets Rob Rousseau and says Chad Stone Shit Poster.
Jesus Christ.
And it has 0 followers.
Which one of you is that?
I was searching for the original tweet.
So fucking
Man,
funny. Shit.
like
God damn.
he kept replying to Rob Rousseau saying Chad Stone Shit Poster, and it's also his display name.
Oh my
he did it
God.
so many times.
I don't know why that shit will always be so funny to me. Twitter to me still like consistently weird shit will make me laugh on it more than anything. Like our boy Ben Hughes, who he's the king of The Simpsons, of course, and the ruler of Springfield, and he wants anyone to draw the Simpsons female characters in ninja outfits, but no sexy for him and for free. I love his account. I love to go on and see. Oh, he posted it. He did a face reveal 2 days ago. The Simpsons female
Yeah, it's
stare
the
in amazement
Simpsons-
at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that one.
Right before that, the Simpsons female stare in amazement at Plateosaurus, means flat lizard, a plateosaurid dinosaur that lived in the late Triassic period, around 214 to 204 million years ago.
That's nice.
What's that guy's username again?
Ben Hugh, 264223544.
Oh, there it is.
Great follow.
It's such an incredibly specific fetish. Has he ever explained where it came from?
No, and I love that
I think it's just,
I love
yeah,
that
it just exists.
Usually there's some sort of inciting incident that happens that gives
he
you
has
like
an insane amount of screenshots from The Simpsons, though, when you think about it. He has like every emotion by every female character ever drawn on that show on his hard drive.
Oh yeah, they're all different aspect ratios and stuff.
Yeah.
This would be a good poster. Like, remember those Simpsons posters with all the characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, from
Oh
Cable.
my
could sell the
God,
poster
dude, yeah.
with- Ew, I just noticed Marge's mom is on here. That's an old lady.
I'm gonna get
That's gross.
I'm gonna get Ben Hughes to start posting or I'm gonna tell him he should start doing like a cameo type thing where people can pay him to like put their friend's picture on for the birthday for all the females to stare in amazement at them. That'd be fire. Be like all the Simpsons females stare in amazement at Bertovo on his birthday, and it's just Aaron smiling, all like stretched and skewed, all fucked up.
That would be a really nice gift.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Frame it.
doing like...
Throw him like $20 for that. There you go, Ben.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a nice Simpsons no sexy ninja, whatever.
Whatever you buy, whatever kind of things you buy, none of my business.
Sometimes I feel like, not doomed because I wouldn't care, but sometimes you can have a stepson that's just like Ben Hughes. And I'm be like, wow, man, those are some pretty not sexy Simpsons females. Good job, bud.
Someone made a change.org petition. Have the Simpsons female characters become ninjas but no sexy in season 33 or season 34. And it has 1567 out of 2500.
Yeah, it's close. We should
Wow.
We should
boost that.
Definitely.
This is really important. Obama's going to see that, and he has to respond to
He
it.
has to sign it.
It's so funny to think about. I love Ben Hughes. He's been on a dinosaur kick, too. I think dinosaurs lately are the only thing he loves more than the Simpsons females, drawn as ninjas not sexy.
Non-sexy.
No sexy, sorry.
No sexy. It's such a good. It's
for
such
free,
a good, like,
for
fetish
free and
thing.
for me. I love how he specifies when he asks for commissions that I would like this for free, and there's just these artists that are like, "All right, Ben, no problem, man." People are really, really nice about it.
I love your
Yeah.
brother David, and I'll do anything for him. So here you go.
Well, I think most of them probably know him and know what type. You go to his page, you know what type
Oh,
of guy. It's
yeah.
like, all right, what am I supposed to
Like,
get mad at this?
If I was good at drawing at all, I would do the same. I
Yeah,
would draw him one, of
I'd-
course.
Once a week, I would draw him one.
I should have Andrew paint him one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why doesn't Andrew do it?
That's a good idea.
Ben, he'd probably be like, "Oh, this is pretty nice, but it's not the Simpsons art style."
We should get the guy who animated the Bored Ape cartoon to make a new Simpsons where they're all ninjas.
Fuck.
Well, if he mints them, there's nothing Fox can do about it.
True.
That's true. I mean, they have it's like the yellow person NFTs that are just the Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
It's great.
Yellow person?
The yellow
Yeah,
person.
I think it's I forget it's like yellow person or yellow something. So but it's just like all those NFTs is just clearly stolen and copyright,
Dude.
just ripped off of one another. So that one's just clearly Simpsons.
I have a bad feeling that we're going to be watching a lot of NFT cartoons for our content, and I'm excited because they're so bad.
They're very
They're
bad,
so
but hopefully they're
bad.
short.
No, they're usually all short because
Yeah, they don't-
even to have a shitty cartoon is an expensive thing, and none of these guys have actual money. They just have pictures of monkeys and shit.
Yeah, they actually don't. They have less money than they did because they spend money on their things.
We were discussing this yesterday a lot too, but there's been so many people that are just bitching now because like the Bored Ape they bought back in August or whatever for $254,000 is worth $3,000 now. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's
Can't
like,
believe
what do you think? How did you think this was gonna go? That's when I have family members calling me and saying, "Hey, have you heard about NFTs? Are you trying to get into them?" And it's
Oh,
like, no,
man.
fuck no. Are you kidding me? Like,
you know about computers.
why would I want to lose money?
I'm glad that my family members know that I'm just smart enough to use a computer, but not know anything about them.
Yeah, like, because even with Bitcoin and all of the cryptocurrency shit, like, it has one boom, and you better get it way earlier than that boom. So if you're getting stuff afterwards,
Oh my
you're just
god, I
losing
know.
money.
Like, if you're talking about making money, especially, like, you should have already been in.
Yeah,
You should
it's
have
too
been
late.
buying.
It's too
You
late.
should have
for you.
been Pal Sucks talking about Ethereum while we're playing Fortnite in season 2. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I was bought into Bitcoin in like 2012
dude, you would have been
or 2011.
So rich.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Someone
but-
actually DM'd me where I was posting on SA in let's see, March 27th, 2011, and it was one of those faucet things where it gives you free crypto just to like drum up support, and it was 0.05 bitcoins.
Damn.
And I remember I checked in with that like 2 years later, and I sold it for like $50.
Oh no.
It was originally like 2 cents.
Right. That's sick though.
But
so
I
you're
made a
like, hey,
huge
so
profit.
that-
But
yeah.
if I had kept that, I could have sold it for like $4,000.
Yeah, but
I'm glad
the
that I don't have-
problem is,
It's such an irrational decision
Right.
to like not cash out. To
Right.
I'm gonna hold on to this for another 8 years.
yeah,
Like,
especially
why would you do that?
at different periods of my life where I have needed $10 more than anything else? Like,
Yep.
I would have sold it
Yeah,
immediately.
that's been it for me. Like,
Oh my God.
like
Dude, remember hitting like 18 and being like looking at savings bonds your grandma gave you for like your 6th birthday? Be like, oh, what can I do with
I
this?
cashed
You
them
find
all
out-
in to buy a car. I bought a car for like $2,000, and I cashed in all of my bonds and shit that I got every year for my grandma for like $50, and I was like, all right, cool. Plus the
Yeah.
money I have, here's my car, and that car ran for like a year and a half.
Yeah, mine was super similar. So annoying.
So
But
anything,
yeah, unless you're rich, like you're gonna have a point in your life where you need that money.
yeah,
You
Right.
can't have,
That's
like-
why I hate this whole. That's why I hate the whole crypto thing anyway. Like, you can sit there and look at. You can go to Trainwreck stream, dude, and look at his balance. And without him doing anything, it fluctuates so goddamn much. I'm like, ugh. Like, he'll pull fucking 250,000 out for his balance, and by the time he pulls on the fucking slot, it's down to 237,000. It's like, oh my god. This is so weird.
The thing with gas on Ethereum is insane.
Oh yeah, so like, you can win like a giveaway on some Ethereum and then pay it all out in gas prices just for the processing fee. Tight.
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Like, who does that even go to?
Exactly.
It just goes to some guy who invented it. Like, he's taking like half of the proceeds as a tax.
Basically.
And somehow that's like decentralized. What is
Yeah.
that?
I'm sure any listeners right now with the knowledge of who it goes to is probably pissed. They're like, no, it's not.
No,
But guess
that's not how it
what?
goes.
But guess what? I don't care enough to look into it.
And I never will look into it.
I'm gonna
that's-
make it up.
That's the nice thing about podcasting is you can't see him bitch.
Yep. Chat, what do you think about this? Chat, go ahead and pull this up.
Is this correct? Is this correct? No, I don't care.
Also, if there's
Honk
any,
your horn
if there's any
once
sort of,
if it's correct.
if there's a
Press
comment
twice
field,
if it's wrong.
when this episode's posted, if there's any sort of comment field under it, don't post anything about it.
Only leave positive iTunes reviews.
Yeah.
Subscribe on. How do podcasts work like that? How do you get notoriety?
You gotta use. Depends on what service you use, really. Then
You got to
can
get
plug in.
the New York Times to write about you.
Okay, that shouldn't be too hard.
No, just say something.
let's-
Yeah, we got to say
inflammatory stuff.
something racist.
We need to threaten some larger streamers.
Start a beef.
Yeah,
Let's all debate Destiny together.
all talking at the same
Yep.
time.
I'm gonna say on the count of three, you guys all have to start saying something interesting. 1, 2, 3. So if you look at the
And
United
then,
States,
okay,
man,
so far,
and when we
just
raided
for
the
the
Persian
big
Gulf, you
storm
can look at our
coming
military
on
strategies going back
Sunday.
to that. He wouldn't know what to
Congressman
do, dude.
versus
We've had
the
to make sure
Chadstone
to-
shit
Do you see
posters.
that?
Stay stocked
Dude,
up on milk
Destiny would
and
die.
bread. Because
He wouldn't know what
otherwise,
to. He wouldn't know what to do with that. Yeah, Tom's over there, milk and bread. Gotta go get some of that.
Milk and cereal.
I always think about that. I want to, and I'm too nice to like, because they used to reach out to us all the time, be like, hey, do you want to come on this debate stream? And
Yeah,
I
true.
always wanted to. If I really was, if I was really mean, I'd go on and just be horrible. I'd be so annoying. I'd say the most boring stuff, the most like
The only way,
weird
like,
stuff.
first of all, like, I'm in the same boat as Hassan. I think debates outside of high school is
Boring.
a very
Dumb.
useless format for any sort of progression in anything.
Yes.
You're all talking to your own fans in your own echo chamber, and then they all disagree with each other, or you mostly agree with each other and then fight over little finicky tiny points that no one actually gives a shit about, which is
Yep.
even better. But here's what I would do to abuse a show like that. If I was ever invited, and now no one's going to invite me because they'll know, I would go on there and whatever they're talking about, I would immediately open the Wikipedia article and be reading verbatim from like the article. Like, make it obvious too. Like, keep looking over and tripping over words and restarting. And there would at least be 10 people in chat being like, truing. And they wouldn't be wrong because it'd be from Wikipedia. Just reading definitions of shit, having people disagree with you. Oh, well.
Yeah, just
Adolf
starting
Hitler
every point with like a
was an Austrian-born German politician who was the dictator of Germany from 1933 until his death in 1945.
Joe Rogan voice. Now, wait, hold on. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
Becoming the chancellor in 1933 and then assuming the title of Fur und Reichskanzler in 1934.
Carvassier.
Yeah, so I was actually I was just reading
the
about
title of Furry in 1934.
no,
Pretty
but I
cool.
just again, like you said, it's a very childish behavior to me to do the debate streams where you just like yell at each other.
Look how much I know. Look how many facts about what we're talking about I can remember and piss you off with.
Yeah.
You gotta go refer to something. It's all in my head. Cool.
Yeah, well, it's just the most annoying, smelly weirdos going, well, actually, and he's like, I don't fucking
And
care,
that's the other
dog.
thing too is half of them don't want a debate. They want to like
No.
trick you.
Yeah.
And they want to be devil's advocate and be like, well, I'm going to be playing the pedophile this time, just like every other debate. It's just devil's advocate shit, but check this out.
But
Like,
actually,
I
our
love
rules-
that. So today we're going to... I know we were going to be talking about military strategies and imperialism intervention, but I want to bring up age of consent. Like every time.
It's actually, it kind of circles back to age of consent.
And this goes back to Bitcoin and Ethereum, too. We're talking about the gas price. We're talking about age of consent. Like, no, man. I don't want to.
Can we not talk about that?
You know, Hassan, you brought up AOC. Now, there's a different AOC that I would like to discuss. All those guys. That AOC is the age of consent. Oh.
Oh, fuck. Man, scrolling down the Hitler Wikipedia to controversies and be like, oh, wow.
What?
Oh, okay. You guys got to hear this. All right.
Hold on.
No, what you gotta do, Aaron, hold on. Let me go to...
He has been criticized by the Jewish community.
It's my homepage. I just gotta hit home, and I'm at the Adolf Hitler Wikipedia. You gotta screenshot where the table of contents and be like, wow, I wish I had a life this full. And it's like childhood education, early adulthood in Vienna and Munich, World War One, beer hall putsch in Landsberg prison, rebuilding the Nazi party. It goes down to controversies. Oh.
Well, next time someone reach out,
a great guy.
We'll get you guys on. I'll make sure to. I always said I'd put Chet on.
That
just
would
because
be,
one, he may not
wouldn't
show up.
Yeah, that'd be funnier.
They're gonna wait for him, DMing him, and then two, it's like he's just not gonna even pretend to know what he's talking about.
That would be great. He's just sitting there looking at the other monitor. His face is all close to his camera because he's not listening. He's looking like this. The other one.
He leaves to go smoke a cigarette for an hour and a half.
That's the level of effort you should put into a debate.
Absolutely.
No, I think every debate format should be the Scuffed podcast. You need about 12 content creators of all different sorts of size and notoriety. Make sure you have 2 women sitting there completely silent for the whole 4 hours.
Well, that's what this podcast has been.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 girls here as well. We just haven't let them talk.
Yep. We have Amber's here from Chapo and Dasha, of course.
Naturally.
Yep. No, not very naturally. She wears a fuckload of makeup these days.
Meow.
I'm just being Varg. Yeah, Varg burned her this week. He replied to her selfie and burned her ass. So now
true.
Everyone's really pissed at him, and you got her fans being like, so yeah, the Lord of the Rings guy that called Dasha a slut, he's got a little more on his plate. Go ahead and Google Varg.
Yeah, look at his dossier. Scroll down to controversy.
He may have changed his name to Louis, but we know who he is.
I always enjoy seeing when someone posts like a screenshot of him, and then every time under it is like, you know what he's famous for, right? It's like, yeah, dog.
Yeah, as that Red Scare fan said this week, he's a famous Norwegian death metal artist. Fuck, death metal.
People are all about restorative justice until it's a guy like him doing it.
Yep.
He served his time.
I love Michael, that person that corrected the death metal guy, saying is black metal actually. He's like, oh, what's black metal? Is that like
the next
another
level
step up?
Yeah, like it's XP.
My face is malted off, man.
That's what's so annoying.
It's like
like
a Pokemon
so,
evolution.
And like I know, like not all Red Scare listeners are like this. I'll call them the Red Scare repliers, where they all want to be like, we are completely knowledgeable in everything. We're right about everything. Mm-hmm. But also, if you try to correct us, we're like, what? So you think you just done whatever, dumbass? It's so cool to react like that. It's literally like the fucking Tommy Boy. You got a hard candy shell around your brain. Got that? Shut up, Richard. It's great. Love this shit.
But I mean, that's kind of just what all the post-left people are like too. They're just
absolutely. One of my favorite posters, Mert Century. He back in September, he made the Mert Pledge. Starting January 1st, 2022, anybody who quote tweets a post-left shitty person gets perma-muted by everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's so awesome. So now, if you start tweeting those people, everyone else is going to stop replying to you because they're not going to see your posts anymore. Mm-hmm. And there's like 80-plus people that are in on the Mert Pledge. Like core posters.
I absolutely support that. I
think it's
that 100%.
Great policy.
Seeing the quote tweets are the same exact. Fucking quote tweeting Amy Tree. Awesome.
Bro,
great. Thank you. I needed to see this crazy psycho.
This crazy psycho that's like almost far away physically on Earth, possibly that she can be from me. I love seeing it.
Oh, she's tweeting at 12 p.m. my time? Okay, great. I should really pay attention to anything she says.
She lives in a spider web.
Yeah,
she goes into a cocoon.
Oh no, what is Shelob saying again? Uh-oh. No, it's
back to that Stephen Hawking's quote. If a woman was shooting web out her ass and making whoever did making bad posts online, people would be talking about it.
Stephen Hawking
do it every day. Sorry, Richard. That came because I was going to make that same joke yesterday on the Patreon. So the Stephen Hawking, Richard Dawkins. Also, we used to do the bit where we'd mix up Richard Dawkins, Stephen Hawking, and Stephen King. Be like, yeah, Richard Dawkins kept the van that hit him. He beats the shit out of it when he gets mad at atheists. When he gets mad at God, he beats the shit out of the van in his garage.
Stephen Hawking gets mad.
Oh yeah, the other one, Stephen Hawking gets mad at the van that hit him and made him be in the wheelchair. So when he gets mad, he rams his wheelchair back and forth into it. That one was
Stephen
so
Hawking
stupid.
actually stayed in the Overlook Hotel, and it was really spooky for him because he accidentally went down the stairs in his wheelchair.
God. It was actually spooky for the other people in the hotel because they came out of the rooms and saw Stephen Hawking wheeling towards them. Oh.
Oh, fuck.
You know, it's just the computer voice. It makes him creepier. I think he's a great scientist.
He was
Although
a
he got
fantastic
canceled,
scientist.
so I don't really got to care about him.
Did he get canceled?
Yeah, he had relations with his maid or something while he was
Oh,
married.
yeah.
And,
Oh, didn't he like marry her afterwards? Or something
yeah,
like
he's a
that?
chud.
Yeah. Damn, this guy's a Nazi. Let's beat his ass. I'm doing push-ups.
Looks like someone already did.
I'm doing push-ups to beat up Stephen Hawking if he attacks a woman. I'm getting ready.
Stephen Hawking looks like that because he got his ass kicked in middle school for being a dork.
I got a Jamie Sweaty gym, and on the wall, just taped up with duct tape on the corners, a picture of Stephen Hawking with, like, the forehead all scratched out because I throw darts at it. Hate this motherfucker.
Just a red X across his face. I'm waiting.
You see him in real life where he dies and call him Professor Autotune? Dude,
Oh, man, just
scientists these days need autotune to be right. It's so fucking annoying.
How about someone who has two dorm room posters and one of them is Einstein sticking out his tongue and another one is just a normal picture of Stephen Hawking? You're like, man, I love it when smart guys make funny faces.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
It's just so out of character, you know?
You know, I just found out yesterday, speaking of Albert Einstein, that's Albert Brooks' his real name. He was born Albert Einstein, but he goes by Brooks for his acting name. Pretty
That's
cool.
not true.
Look it up right now.
It is. It's true.
Look it up.
He switched it because everyone was making fun of him and kept saying, "Hey, good job, Einstein."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Good job, Einstein. And turns out that's an insult.
that's right.
I knew that already. I just keep imagining having a Jamie Sweaty gym in my house, and I'm jealous I can't. I need a basement, and I need to dig up like a hole and just put grease and dirt everywhere.
You gotta
Just
be able
have-
to speed run the weights rusting.
Absolutely.
Somehow.
Well, I would just
Leave
like
them outside.
I'd go to the dump and I'd like pull apart a car, and I would just like tape metal pieces to like something like the engine and try to like curl that.
That's sick.
Yeah. I
Um,
get super buff and take pictures of my ass on the ground and then me playing the guitar really poorly.
did you guys, Alex? Did you click his dad's article, Harry Einstein? Known professionally as Harry Park, most commonly as Parkiakarkis.
Was he Finnish?
Oh, he's pretending to be
a Greek.
Korean.
Greek comedian.
Wow. You could do anything back then.
Comedy used to be so weird. It was like just old immigrants who were entertained by the most low-level shit.
Right?
It's the most beautiful art form.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel I am worthy enough to participate in the partaking of such a historical event.
Oh, that would be horrible, though, to be named Albert Einstein while you're going through high school in, like, the late 50s.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what this smart guy's got to say. Fuck you.
Yeah, all those funny stories about Einstein, the person in the college class being Einstein is actually about Albert Brooks.
Hey, same
Wait,
same
the-
alma mater as Ryland.
Harry Einstein died on stage doing a roast.
Holy
God.
shit, that's sick.
There's a roast of Lucille Ball.
Oh, my God.
Damn.
Roasting Lucille and Desi.
She must have been really mad.
Wow, this is
Yeah,
certainly
you
become...
shot to death.
And just
By
like
Lucille
that, we're
Ball.
now Film Twitter.
Yes.
We got to yell the title of it. That's what I take the capitals as.
I gotta quote tweet some Marvel fans.
I got to
12-year-olds.
going to see more licorice pizza. That's what it sounds like when they type in caps on Twitter.
It's cool. It makes them official and it makes them smart. They know
I
more
only
than
I only type it like Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool 2007. What year was that?
Watching
2016?
Free Guy again.
Deadpool was 2001.
That's not true, Alex. I just checked.
It came out on 9/11 actually.
If I go Deadpool, will you still call me Superman?
Deadpool.
All right, that's been an hour, and I really have to shit.
Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Cheers.